Most golfers blame their swing, but what if your golf ball is actually the problem? I tested a soft, medium and firm compression golf ball on TrackMan, on the course, and as usual I even cut them open with the help of Jeff to find out which ball would be best for my game. Now in my last video there were comments like, it doesn't matter what ball you play, or I could play a range ball and still beat you. Well, that's great if it works for you, but for me, in this test, the results, well, let's just say if you're playing the wrong ball, it could be costing you shots on the course. So if you're a mid-handicap golfer like me and want to know which golf ball actually helps your game, not hurts it, this one's for you. So in this video, I tested the Wilson Duosoft, a 40 compression ball, and one of the softest balls on the market, the Wilson Triad, an 85 mid compression 3-piece ball, and the Titleist Pro V1X, a 97 compression designed for better golfers with fast swings. Now in theory, soft balls, like the Duosoft, are designed to spin less and go further with golfers with moderate swing speeds, like mine. They compress more easily and give you extra rollout. The Triad sits in the middle. It's a balanced 3-piece ball, built for consistency and control across the bag. And the Pro V1X, it's made for high-speed players who want low driver spin and high wedge spin. But what actually happened when I tested them out as an average golfer? Well, let's start with the driver. And looking at the TrackMan data, the Wilson Duosoft had the longest total distance by far, rolling out to 274 yards, which is pretty good for my game. And it also had the lowest spin rate, which helps explain that extra rollout. The Wilson Triad distance was a bit more balanced. It had good carry, but less rollout, averaging 263 yards in total. It had a slightly higher spin rate, and it had similar ball speed, launch angle, and height. Then we've got the Pro V1X, and here's where things got really interesting. It actually had the shortest total distance at 259.5 yards, despite recording the highest ball speed. And what I didn't expect was that the spin rate was the highest out of all the balls. This is surprising given it's meant to be a low spin ball off the driver. So if you're looking for more forgiveness and distance, especially if you're not striking it perfectly every time, like me, a softer, lower compression ball, like the Duosoft, could absolutely be the better choice. Now watch what happens when we switch to the irons. Now looking at the 7-iron data, things started to shift a bit. The Duosoft had the shortest carry at 151 yards and the lowest spin rate at just under 5,000 RPM, which is pretty low for a 7-iron. It did launch fairly high at 96 feet with a landing angle of 48 degrees, but it was also the least consistent ball I hit, with nearly 10 yards of carry variation. On TrackMan and on the course, the Triad performed really well. It gave me the longest carry, a solid mid-range spin at just over 5,000 RPM, and it launched high, stopped well, and just felt really balanced. It was actually the most consistent ball I hit, with really tight dispersion, which is again good for me. And then the Pro V1X, nearly identical carry to the Triad, but it gave me the highest spin of the group at just under 5,800 RPM. That gave me great stopping power. So before we take a close-up look at the inside of these balls, here's 3 cold hard truths of what I found in testing these different compression golf balls. Number 1, soft doesn't always mean better. The Duosoft gave me the longest total distance off the tee, but struggled with iron consistency and lacked the spin needed to hold firm greens. 2, hard compression golf balls doesn't always mean faster. The Pro V1X had the highest ball speed, but it also spun the most off the driver, which actually made it the shortest overall. At my swing speed at just under 100 miles an hour, it's just not the best fit. And number 3, the Triad. It might be the best ball you've never tried. It was consistent, long, and gave me the ideal balance of spin and control with both the driver and the 7-iron. Now let's take a look inside these balls. So the Duosoft might look like a simple 2-piece ball, but Wilson have a hard outer cover wrapped around an extremely soft core. But with the 2025 model, Wilson have given that core what they call velocity boosting additive. This makes the synthetic cover more flexible, which is designed to help with ball speed. And I think it looks amazing. Now here's the Triad. It's a 3-piece ball, but in the 2025 version, Wilson have made the core lighter and a little less dense. This goes some way in helping give the ball lower spin off the tee, but the soft outer cover together with a firm mantle keeps spin high on approach shots. And here's the Pro V1X. It's got that classic 4-piece makeup from these balls, and in the 2025 model, they've upgraded the dual speed core to promote more ball speed and better spin characteristics. So there is science behind it. but as you know, I just like the colours. So if you're like me, a mid-handicap golfer just trying to play better golf without overthinking every swing, a medium compression golf ball like the Wilson Triad is the one to try. Let me know in the comments what you're playing now and what you found interesting about this video. And if you want my complete golf ball compression guide, scan this QR code or click the link in the description below and it will be emailed directly to you. And I'll catch you in the next one.